Welcome to day 11 of the 30 Days to Ascension challenge to help you anchor in fifth dimensional consciousness. I'm so happy you're here, and I just want to remind you, if you haven't already watched the videos from days 1 through 10, make sure you go back and watch those because you will definitely want to watch them in order to get the most out of this experience. There's a lot of juicy information. And don't forget that there are 3 pieces to every day's lesson. So there is the channeled message here on YouTube, which you're watching. The second piece is the lesson in the membership, the Channel Collective. If you're not already a member, you can head to the link below and learn more about everything that's included in the membership. It contains a lot of information, a lot of trainings, and every day I'm posting a second piece to the lesson in there connected to this channeled message, where I go more in depth about anything else that has come through from the guides, some more about my own interpretation, some more things to think about. I'm just diving deeper into the topic, and I know that the information in there has been really helpful for people as well. So check out those if you haven't already. At the very least, check out our free private community. It's not on any social media platform, but it's a great way to connect with other people doing this work. All of those links will be below. And then the third piece, the daily emails. So every single day I'm sending out an email with exercises in it that will really help you integrate the day's lesson, because I know there's a lot of information. So it contains specific exercises for you to do just to support that integration process and go a little bit deeper. And if you haven't already signed up for those, again, that link will be below and you can opt in so that you get those daily exercises. I know they've been really helpful, and we've been doing a lot of deep work. There's been a lot of information already thus far, and it's only day 11 out of 30. And you might already be feeling it. I know a lot of people have told me they're already feeling it. You might be experiencing different ascension symptoms like fatigue. You might be having wild dreams or having a lot of emotions rise up to the surface. It could be a whole number of things. It's just a lot of the old energy moving out, moving through. So keep that in mind. And today I will be channeling the Sisters of Light. Now, I'll also remind you that with any channeled messages, whether they're your own or anyone else's, just take it as information. You don't have to take it on as your own if you don't want to. You get to discern, as always. So if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, no worries. You don't have to take it on. So keep that in mind too. It's just interesting information. And the Sisters of Light coming through today, I just realized how cool that is, because it's day 11. And if you haven't heard me channel the Sisters of Light before, I think a lot of you have though, they are a group of 11 light beings, and they're very like feminine energies, and they are just a ball of fun. They're just a ball of fun. And so there's 11 of them, and sometimes it's almost like they come in and out. I have been working with them more to try and slow down and try and rein it in a little bit, because sometimes they're just like all over the place, and sometimes they're talking really fast. But I'm going to set the intention that they'll slow down a bit. So they're going to come through today, and we'll see what they have to say. All right, so I'm going to take a minute to tune in, and they will come through and share their message. And actually, I'm just going to take a sip of water first because I need it. Okay. We are so excited to be here with you today and to infuse a little fun into all of the hard work that you have been doing. For we know that many of these lessons have been very, very deep work. And she's wearing a slow down. Well, we are here to tell you that much of this work can be fun. And the message we have for you is to remember to infuse play and fun into your daily lives. For as you wish to connect, for we speak much to connecting further with many of us, and many of you wish to connect more with higher vibrational beings, and this is so exciting for us and exciting for you as well. And we want you to think about this in terms of energy and frequency, and where you add more play and happiness and laughter into your life, you are becoming more and more a match closer to our vibration, so it is easier for us to connect with you. And so we will always remind you that when attempting to tune in, when you are in a low vibrational state, this is usually that which pushes you away, for you are in a lower frequency energetically, and embodying that energy is to separate yourself more from being closer to our vibration. And when you are closer to our vibration, it is easier for us to communicate with you. And so we want you to keep this in mind, is where do you infuse happiness and play and love into your life? For this has often been so lost in your society. It has been so lost to have fun again, to play, and much has been so serious. And we understand this is a challenge, and it is not to bypass the emotions and always be in happiness and fun and laughter, even when things are sad. For it is important to feel the full spectrum of emotions, for this is what makes you you and allows you to feel compassion for another, is to feel your range of emotions. And there's much information to be had from the emotions you feel. She's telling us to slow down. There is much information to be had from the emotions that you feel. Yes, so it is not to bypass the emotions and not to feel them, but rather to let yourself feel and move through. And then how can you infuse more happiness and love and gratitude? For it is important to realize that emotions are also a choice. And so for many of you who choose to be upset about things or pessimistic about things, or even simply in neutral and just feeling, as you say, almost blah, well, what if in that moment you decide to feel happiness and joy and laughter? And what are the things that you can do to infuse play into your everyday life? And so it is to think about the things you do every single day, and not even necessarily to add in anything new, but rather to tune into your daily routines and habits and who you interact with, and see, how can I have more fun here? How can I show more gratitude? And yes, saying what you are grateful for is of course a wonderful practice, but it's really to embody the energy more than anything else. It is to embody the energy. For many of you go through the motions. You go through the motions of your self-care and gratitude, but you are not actually connected to the feeling. And going through the motions is not to embody the vibration itself, but rather embody the vibration, for this is what will propel you forward and connect you more with us. And so we will say it is not to not feel your feelings, for this is very important. When you do not feel your feelings, they become almost stuck in your body. And so many of you have been taught, have learned to suppress. This is not the answer. However, it is to be able to feel, and then also as you move through, choose what is the next step. The next step to raise my vibration is to see, how can I find a happiness in this single moment? And so to think on the routines that you have in your daily life and think, how can I have more fun in the things I already do? How can I play here? So many of you have lost the feeling of play, and so you might ask yourselves, how do I even play? Well, explore. Have fun again. You will not know what is fun, what feels like play, until you try it. And to try new things in itself is to play. There are many reasons why so many younger children in your world are so much more connected, and one of which is they are still, for those who have been encouraged to, connected strongly with their imaginations, the doorway to their intuition, and they are also still in the mode of playing and having fun and receiving, and they are feeling the higher frequency emotions more regularly. Oh, what it is to be a child and to have fun and not a care in the world. But so many children at such a younger age now are feeling the heaviness of it all. And you as an adult have more awareness. You have more tools. You have been taught even through this process and moving forward of how to shift your thoughts, choose new emotions. This actually gives you more agency over choosing happiness if you so choose, but it is to become aware of who around you is making you feel as though play and fun is not the adult thing, is not the right thing. 4, to feel happiness, to have fun, to play, is not to dismiss any pain or suffering, but is to rather to choose the vibration that you wish to live in more often than not. For your energies will flow into different frequencies and different emotions. You will feel it all, but it is what do you wish to choose to spend your time, your energy, your being focusing on. What are you allowing to be the energy that infuses into you? Many of you know how it feels to be overridden with sadness and confusion. And we will challenge you to see that in every moment there is an opportunity to show gratitude, to have compassion, to find happiness, to have play, to have more fun. What is fun for you? To dance, to laugh? How can you add more laughter into your day? These are the simple things that in fact bring you closer to yourself, to higher guidance, to connecting further with your intuition and those who wish to guide you. Higher frequency energies. It has been a myth that it is not good to have fun. It is irresponsible. Why so much messaging around adults no longer having fun or playing or being so serious? And how much is messaging and how much is guilt you feel, shame you feel, comparison you have? Comparison to others? What has been the ideal place in front of you in your society? How are you told you're meant to live your life? And where is the place, the space for fun and happiness and play? And you are told certain things will bring you happiness. But you have learned again and again that those things, so many of those things that you are told will bring you happiness, do not at all. In fact, it feels like sacrifice the whole way through. It feels like pain, suffering. And you continue to push forward because you have your eyes, your heart set on what is in the future, hoping for a better day. But the truth is, the only moment here is the now. Remember that time is an illusion. And so if you are living for something that is in the future, you are separating yourself from the now, the current moment, from choosing to be happiness, to be love. If you are always in the low frequency emotions, waiting for the day when you will feel happy, when you will feel accomplished and successful, whatever it is that you are moving toward, when will that day come? It will always feel at arm's length. Further, further, further. It gets pushed from you. Pulled. You're strung along by much of the messaging conditioning. And so it is in your power now to choose. To choose that the happiness comes now in this moment rather than a day that feels far away, a day to come. For that does not yet exist. It all exists in the now. The only moment is the now. Choose to put your future in the now and to be happy. Can you believe that you are successful as is? That you are blessed, protected, loved? You are love. How can you infuse happiness and play in every moment, every day? And to have gratitude in every single moment. It is a choice you have as you feel heartache, when you feel sadness, anger, frustration, to then find gratitude in this. What is this teaching me? What is this mirroring for me? What am I being shown in this moment? We challenge you to do this. For many push it away. Many feel safer in the spiral of their frustration, their despair. But what would it look like for you to choose something different? It is a challenge for many to put themselves in another's shoes. The challenge is only that you are deciding not to. It is always in a decision. It is, in actuality, just as easy to not put yourself in another's shoes as it is to do so. So which will you choose? The one will open the door for you to compassion, understanding, deeper knowledge of yourself, deeper connection with yourself, being able to more rapidly shift your frequency, shift your vibration into higher alignment with your soul, with the truth of yourself as a being of love, as a divine being of love. And the other, to choose not to, is to choose to stay exactly where you are. Does the feeling of being exactly where you are make you feel excited? There are many layers to this question, and there is no right or wrong. Within every challenge, ask yourself, what is my choice? Is the challenge that it is not what my ego desires? Is the challenge that it's actually unavailable to me? For so many of you, to shift your frequency, to shift your emotions, this is a choice of, do I allow my ego to keep me in this lower vibration, if that is what is occurring in the moment? It is important to remember that the ego is not a bad thing. But will you let your ego control you? Or will you let the truth of your vibration, being a divine being of love, guide you to what is the next step in your evolution, in your shifting? For to shift into understanding the other, unity, consciousness, love all around, this is much more likely to be easier for you to sit in comfortably. The more comfortably you live in being able to put yourself in another's shoes. But for many of you, you only want to put on other shoes if they are of the same size you wear, or the same style you want. It is in the discomfort that the growth comes. How can you have compassion for all if you are not truly willing to put yourself in another's shoes? For many of you, outside of your conscious awareness, you have fear around having the choice, the power to choose happiness and love and compassion. For it is the struggle that so many are addicted to. It is actually the struggle that feels safer, and they say they want something else and then choose to be in the same cycle of the struggle, of the frustration, continuing the pattern, continuing the loop. It is time to take the leap. And so we ask you to notice how through your day you choose to not be in happiness. How does that feel for you? And for those of you who already are aware of this choice, you feel the difference. Everything from making your morning coffee, getting dressed, moving through your day, sending your emails, walking by a neighbor, taking notes. Every single thing you do, cleaning your house, how can you infuse play and laughter and joy into this? For this is the frequency that will bring you closer to us, bring you closer to all. It in itself shifts your lens, helps to shift your perspective so that you can see the connection between all, so that you can see how you can have love for everyone. Happiness heals. Love heals. And so many do not experience this when they let their egos hold them into emotions that are not actually making them feel good. Do you believe that you deserve to feel good? For you do, of course. But where you resist viewing the world in the eyes of another just for a moment, it is not to say you have to take on that lens for yourself forever, but where you resist stepping into those shoes, using another's pair of glasses for yourself for just a moment or two, this is where you resist your growth and your expansion. See the world from the eyes of another for simply a moment. This is how you have compassion and love. And you will notice the more you infuse play and happiness into your daily life, the easier it will be for you to put yourself in another's shoes for a moment. The easier it will be for you to detach from a single worldview that limits you. The easier it will be for you to open up to more ideas, information, experience emotions even more deeply than before. For are you fully experiencing the spectrum of emotions? For so many of you spend much time just in one area of that spectrum. Do you wish to stay in that area or wish to move onto the other side? Or even to spend more time in every single place all around? This shifts your energy body. Experience the full spectrum. Stretch your energy body into feeling more. It stretches you to be able to hold more love and compassion. How can you see the truth when you are only aligned with one way to see the world? Where are you missing fun and play? This has been lost in much of what you do. To label work hard. What is this telling you? Where do you feel guilty for enjoying the things you do? Where do you have the belief that achieving must feel painful and hard and difficult? This is not to say that there will never be challenges or trials, but why not enjoy the process? This myth in itself keeps people from achieving more. Imagine what they would do if they knew that you could have fun and gratitude and happiness the whole way through, and that in fact this would only expand the possibilities even more. The more you are in happiness and gratitude, the more you see the full realm of possibilities, the more you see the magic in your everyday life, and to understand what magic truly means. The messaging associated with this is to make you feel like it is something outside of the realm of possibility. And this definition told to you in itself separates you from experiencing it, because the programming is to already believe it is outside of the realm of possibility. And to experience the magic in your daily life is simply to realize that it is entirely possible. It is already happening. It is just for you to see it. And sometimes it simply takes putting on a few different pairs of glasses to find the lens that allows you to see how many possibilities are available to you and how much magic already occurs in your daily life. Where can you find the magic in your life? You create magic in your life. And what is the frequency of magic, of miracles? This is not in the low vibration of anger, fear, guilt, shame, doubt. Be in happiness, be in play. The more you play, the more you have fun, the more you connect with this frequency of love, the more the miracles that are already in front of you will become more and more prominent, the more you will see where the opportunities are. It is simply tuning into the frequency that is already available to you every single day. And so we ask you to infuse more fun, more laughter, more joy, more play into your everyday life. What a beautiful task this is. Whew. Okay. They're a little fast, but I think they slowed down. So don't forget to head to the membership, the Channel Collective, to watch the second portion of this lesson. Check your email for the daily exercises. I think this is a fun lesson. All right, so hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow for day 12.